Hey guys, I'm back for part 3, and we left off on the E, so now we're on the F. And it's Farscape, the Peacekeeper Wars. Now it's basically the epilogue for the TV show Farscape, which was on Sci-Fi. To understand this, I would suggest watching that, because it does explain a lot more. But, it's a good show. Basically what happens in another galaxy if you were human. I got Fantastic Four and Fantastic Four Rise of the Silver Surfer, which, having watched the latest Fantastic Four, this one's better. It actually seems like a Fantastic Four movie, while the new one, no. Take out the whole Fantastic Four part of it, and you pretty much got a great sci-fi movie. Got that. And got The Fast and the Furious, the first one. And it's a good movie. I like the cars, like the speed. Though there's parts I would fast forward through just because they're boring for me. Fast and Furious, or Too Fast, Too Furious, the sequel. We don't get Vin Diesel, but we get Tyrese. Again, some good scenes. And I kind of like how the romance was only minimal for an action movie. Because it hinted at it, but not much happened. Fast 5, that has the extended version as well, where we get The Rock added into it. And pretty much accumulating all the characters from the first 4, except for the Tokyo Drift thing, because that one was technically a sequel. Because if you watch the 6th one, you understand that one better, I guess. You basically know what takes place. But this one is my favorite because it has some funny ass parts. Like where they're stealing a vault out of a police station and they take out a bank with it. You have to watch it to understand that, but it is a good one. Then Fast and Furious 6. I actually like the song at the end of this one. And it was the last Fast and the Furious to actually come out before Paul Walker's death. If I remember correctly, it was out in theaters, but not quite out on Blu-ray yet, or it was almost out on Blu-ray. And when he died, when it first came out on Blu-ray, it was a tribute. They had a tribute one. Yeah. And then The Fate of Furious. There were some parts in there that looked interesting. I haven't quite watched the whole thing yet, but watched bits and pieces that made me want to watch it. And plus, it was during the Black Friday sale, so it was pretty cheap. So I decided to get it. Plus, The Rock and John Statham kind of fighting are pretty interesting. You know, like these two tough guys fighting. Then I got the 50 Shades of Grey trilogy. And the story-wise, it's good. Take out most of the sex. It makes it less not child-friendly, you might say. The third one, 50 Shades Freed, is actually my favorite one. It actually has more of a story to it, an in-depth story. It's not all about the sex. You still gotta watch the first and second one to kind of understand that one. First Night with Richard Gere and Sean Connery and Julia Ormond. I have no clue who she is. It's also got Ben Cross, which he was in the remake of Star Trek in 2009. He played Spock's dad, while Spock's mom was Winona Ryder. But it's a very interesting take on the King Arthur story. Still good. And come on, it's Sean Connery. Even his bad movies are good. Then Forrest Gump with Tom Hanks. I like this cover because I like the feather. And it's one of those classic movies. You just always have to end up adding it to your collection eventually. The Run, Forrest, Run! I'm sure the girl hates that she says that. And if I remember correctly, the one who plays his love interest is also the princess from The Princess and the Bride, or the Princess Bride. Carrie Ellis. I was trying to remember who that guy was. The Fox and the Hound and The Fox and the Hound 2. I love Fox and the Hound. It's a cute movie. And I have not seen The Fox and the Hound 2 yet. But I live with kids. I will eventually watch it. And I did give away the Blu-ray, or the digital at one point. So. Come on, you gotta love kids' movies eventually. You gotta have that inner kid. Then I got the Frozen Steelbook. This one. This is also 4K. See? 4K. I love this cover. Then Frozen 2. Eventually I'm going to get the steelbook of that one. But I like the glitter on this. My sister actually got a mask of the little fire salamander in this one, which does not show him on here. Kind of buff. Oh, there he is. This little guy. She thought at first it was Pascal from Tangled, but it's easy to mistake. They kind of look a little like, if you're not paying attention. George of the Jungle, Brandon Fraser, and it's got some good people in it. I can't name them all right now. And the voice of the ape in here is John Cleese, who was also the king in Shrek 2. It's kind of a interesting take on Tarzan. Funny Disney movie. I did not know it was on Blu-ray. When I found it, I had to get it. Though I had to wait because it was like $30. Ghostbusters with the females, the extended edition. It's a good way to get a good laugh. It's kind of stupid funny. So unrealistic that it makes it funny. And the disc is Slimer. And come on, it was written by, or did involve the original guys, so we know it was okay. They were okay with it. And I got 1998 Godzilla 4K. Obi-Wan Kenobi recently got, which, if you haven't seen his videos for a while, it's because his channel was taken down. He did make a new one, Obi-Wan Strikes Back. So if you haven't found him yet, and you want to follow him, there you go. It's Obi-Wan Strikes Back. And he still don't know why his channel was taken down. Hopefully he gets it all settled. This one, the Godzilla looked like something that could actually live on our planet. And the whole radioactive thing, why it looked the way it does. And it actually has a fuller story, because they actually actively go looking for the babies and all that stuff. It kind of is a you could say realistic Godzilla, but not Godzilla. So it's kind of a mixed review. Then I got the 2014 Godzilla, which has more original Godzilla, yet a crappy story. I think if they actually made more of the two together, it would have worked better. Still not a bad one. They made worse movies. Godzilla, King of the Monsters. And I love the infight with him and Ghidorah. Or King Ghidorah. It's got Tywin Lannister as a bad guy. That's new. Some of it did not make sense, which is when I was saying they don't, that one's not worse. It's, some of it just didn't make sense. But it was still okay. Then I got the 3 Grease movies. The original Grease, with John Travolta and Olivia Newton-John. Grease 2 that has Michelle Pfeiffer and Maxwell Caulfield. He was actually in an episode of The Nanny. In the last season, he was one of Maxwell's friends. So if you ever watched The Nanny, keep an eye on it. And then Grease Live, which I've never watched. Still not sure if I want to, but it was a 3-pack for $10 plus my discount. It was worth it. Then the last one on this one is The Goonies, Gremlins 2, and Gremlins 2 The New Batch. And Goonies is actually coming out on Steelbook. I think it's next month at Best Buy. And for me, it's actually a very touchy movie because it was playing when my mom died in our living room. So I have not watched it in over 3 years. And it's not because it's not a bad movie. It's a really good movie. And it was partially filmed here in Oregon, on our coast. It's just a little touchy because, like I said, it was literally the movie playing when my mom took her last breath. So it's a little hard for me to watch. But anyways, got Gremlins, which they consider it a Christmas movie because it takes place during Christmas. And shows following the instructions on your exotic pets. Then Gremlins 2, which also does it. And I love the second one because it kind of shows different personalities for the Gremlins. Because they end up in a lab where they drink a lot of experiments and get a lot of interesting ones. Like there's a bat one, there's a vampire one, there's one that talks because he's got a really smart brain. They got one that's a tomato. Don't know about that one. Though one of my favorites is the female. She's just funny. Because she gets all woo over a guy. A human guy, no less. Anyways, that's it for these ones. I will probably get to the rest tomorrow. See you guys then. And don't forget to watch my last one because that had my surprise in it. I will see you guys then. Bye.